Wondering about the thumbnail. I started this whole channel because I thought I was going to have a ton of free time, because for the last 15 years or so I've been teaching and coaching high school sports. I'm a football coach. Most recently I was an assistant football coach, offensive line, offensive coordinator at a school that I really love. I don't want to leave that school to go anywhere else to coach. I'm a little tired of school hopping, even though I've been able to stay pretty close to home for most of my coaching career. I've lived in the same house. I've had some longer or shorter commutes, but very good friend of mine was the head coach where I'm at now, and he resigned a few weeks ago. So I had been feeling pretty much exhausted from coaching and was not interested in getting to know a new head coach and just going through all that. Just seemed even more exhausting to me. So I had pretty much decided to hang up the whistle. I did not apply for the head coaching job because I just didn't want that much. I didn't have the energy or the, quite frankly, the passion to completely take over a football program and deal with parents and the media. I've done that once. Parents, the media, raising funds. You're responsible for every single thing one of your players does on campus or anywhere else. I did that once. I enjoyed it, but it was a very challenging experience. And once that opportunity ended, I landed back at a school that I just love being at. So I would like to finish my teaching career, which is going to be probably another 13 or 15 years. I don't want to move schools. So I had completely made up in my mind that I would not be coaching anymore, that I was hanging up the whistle for good, and I would have a lot of free time to do some other things that I love, like this. And I'm not trying to grow this channel. I'm not trying to get followers. I'm not trying to get to monetization. I just love designing. I love playing games. I love to communicate with other people. So this is purely a hobby with no expectations. Now, a wrench got thrown into that when a very good friend of mine applied for this job, and he is one of the two finalists, and we were supposed to know who was picked by Friday night. But we don't. So the person making that decision was supposed to let the finalists know who got the job by Friday evening. Well, he said by the end of the week. And not sure what happened with that. It's a big decision who you hire to be your head football coach at a school in Florida. Especially we're one of the oldest schools in the county. So community is very invested and all that stuff. So anyway, I really like this guy. He's a really incredibly professional coach. I would enjoy working for him. He was my defensive coordinator for a year when I was a head coach. And so anyway, he's one of the two finalists. If he gets this job, I told him I'm committed to helping him. I'll probably run the offense, which will be a ton of work. But if he gets this job, I could be excited enough about football again to do that. So I am waiting to find out if I'm going to be completely done with coaching, as I thought I was 2 weeks ago, or if I'm going to be up to my eyeballs in it again. So I thought in the meantime I would ramble a little bit and play some Outriders. So that's what I'm going to do. So what are we doing here? I need to And actually, he's supposed to call me. He's at a weightlifting meet at his other school. He is supposed to call me sometime in the next half hour or so about getting together this afternoon because spring practice starts next week. We have not selected a head football coach, and we've got roughly 50 kids waiting to find out if they have a coach for the 4 weeks of spring football. So not only am I going to be getting busy, I'm going to be getting busy pretty quickly, possibly as early as this coming Thursday. So is that enough time? Is that enough time to, I mean, I have an offensive system that I know in pretty good detail. I can hit the ground running. There's no problem with that. And some of it is based on some of the concepts the kids already know. So, I mean, that'll be good. And, we don't need to do a full install for the spring. And we're not having a spring game. We're having a two-way scrimmage where we will scrimmage one team for a half and then scrimmage another team for a half. So there's not really a scoreboard. So if things get ugly, at least it's not flashing up there on a scoreboard. But the teams we're going against just, our kids have been working their tail off in the off season with lifting weights and throwing the ball and running routes and stuff like that. And again, a lot of those passing concepts are the same things I would be using going forward from our old system. So, and I know a lot of the kids, that kind of thing. So anyway, it's a little nerve-wracking. Am I going to be chilling, or am I going to be hitting the ground running 100 miles an hour here in 3 or 4 days? So in the meantime, I got to figure out, I want to raise my world tier here. So what are we going to do? I'm at world tier 7, even though I've gotten to world tier 8 has unlocked.